Hey guys, what's up? You're growing with Sean. Episode of Growing with Sean, we're going to be talking about my Dark Lord Philodendron. It is an absolute beauty. Yes, the leaves are burgundy, almost so dark that sometimes they can look black, but it's just burgundy and then it transitioned into this dark green. I mean, very beautiful plant. So what's going on? Well, besides this fact that there's yellowing that's going on, which I believe that had something to do with light and water issues, we're going to shave that off. But the problem's going on right now is that I have some babies down here that are growing, and I believe that it's taken away from a lot of the energy that could be going into this bad boy. I want this one to grow and to climb and get as tall as it possibly can while pushing out these beautiful leaves. So in order for that to happen, the babies must go. No, we're not going to throw them away. We're going to grow them, and we're going to grow them inside of this pot. And it's with hope that the baby plant will probably grow even faster than the time it took me to get to this plant, because I have learned now what it needs in order to survive. Okay, so when the plant usually sits over here, it sits over there in a corner, and it's on a grow light. I've had this plant for about a year and a half, and when I got it, I believe that it was about 7 to 8 months old. It started off the tallest leaf pretty much, as far as height wise, we're talking about like right here from the actual size of the pot. I did upgrade this pot about 6 months ago when I made my move over to our new house, and it has taken off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the moss pole from here first, and just to kind of let the plant lay down so I'm not bumping and moving, because it's not really stable. The stand that I have it on over there, I have a zip tie, and I use these ties right here just to tie it to make sure the plant doesn't move. I do not water my moss pole the way that I should. If so, my air roots would attach to here, and it would be probably double the size than what it is now. Is this a good time that I could propagate, basically cut this off and start a whole new plant? Absolutely, but I don't want to touch it. I just want to see how tall it's going to go. All right, so we're going to remove these. We're going to take this plant out of this pot. First of all, you make sure that you have everything you need by getting everything in case you got to go looking for things. Last thing you want to do is be in the middle of repotting, replanting, doing whatever you're doing, and have to go and look for your tools. The second thing is you just want to have that ease of access, because we want to make this process as smooth as possible, right? So what do I have? Well, I always keep my trimmers. Hopefully I don't have to trim, but sometimes you never know. I have my graphing tape just in case I want to put it back to the moss pole and I want it to attach with that humidity, then I'll zip tie it around. Next, I always keep my zip ties and my tires, because something seems like it always needs to be tied. Moisture meter, light meter, pH reader, I just keep that instead. Do I need it? No, but maybe. And of course, you have to have your soil. My soil mixture, of course, I made a video about this, but this is just going to be a mixture of perlite, orchid bark, some indoor pot mix. Sometimes, depending on what kind of plant it is, I may throw a little koi in there, or we'll use a tropical plant mix, which we talked about that before. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll take a look and see what we have going on in here. Squish it from the sides just to make sure that the plant is able to come out. Because again, we don't want to stress this plant out. Oh yeah, that's such a healthy root system in here. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this leaf because it's blocking from what we need to see, and I'm gonna get rid of it anyway. Let's just go ahead and get it done. All right, and I'm gonna cut it back to a stem, okay? I know, right? So now we're looking for the babies. I don't wanna disrupt this plant at all. And what I have to do, so Some roots may have to go, but remember, we want the roots to be as minimum as possible. We don't want to do this repotting and then the plant turns around and dies because we mess with the roots too much. That's one. To me? All right. All right, so as you can tell, the root system, for the most part, I didn't have to disrupt it too much. I hope I don't stress it out in this happening, and I'm hoping that the little bit of stress that I did cause, it will bounce back. And yeah, take a look. Now I'm gonna put my moss pole back inside of here. It's even cooler because now I can stick it in here directly. I didn't have that set up before. I just had it to the outside, so that allowed me to be able to. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix fertilizer inside of here. I do expect my plant to kind of slow down for the next couple of days since I had to repot it. I expect it. And I'm okay with that. Boom. That's what we're gonna go with. Fill up our pot about halfway so we can drop our roots in here. And let's take a look and just see if this is gonna be deep enough. And to me, this is a really good fit. Remember, we wanna get this in. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right here behind it. There's no roots on it. And we're gonna go ahead and get this tied up. How that bottom leaf is touching, see, I don't want that. So I'm gonna raise the plant up just a little bit. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fill it back up with my soil. Okay. Take a look here. That's all to it. It's standing pretty good right now, but it's not stable. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our small pot. I usually like to use clear containers, but I clearly don't have any for this size. I don't have a 4-inch or anything smaller, so I'm gonna have to use this 4-inch green container. I like the clear containers because you can check the root system out, but this is the thing. I can't use a clear container this big because the root's real rotten there. So we're gonna just go with this. We're gonna put a little bit of soil down here at the bottom, of course. All right, so we have it put inside the pot here. Next, what I'm gonna do is, with the size, it's not big enough to be able to stick the moss pole in, so I'm just gonna use this clear container. I'm just gonna stick this in here like this, and then I'm gonna drop this in here together. Boom, just like that. Now, I'm just gonna graft tape it on the moss pole. I hope that it gets it to turn its direction and grow better. We'll get one of our zip ties, and let's just get it on here first. The plant is just going all left and right. I can't do anything else with it. Eventually, I hope that it will turn and we can get it to curve to kind of grow into here. But for right now, that's not looking too promising. I did put it on here. I didn't stretch out the stem too much, but here we go. This is what we're working with for now. Now, as it goes on, I'll be able to turn and rotate maybe a month or two from now, that the grow light will hopefully cause the leaves to start shifting towards the light. And it's the one time where you want to be going towards the light probably. And it'll allow it to start growing the way that we want it to. And we'll go from there. Hey, plants sometimes do what they want to do. We know. All right. This one right here is so small that it's probably gonna kick my butt trying to root. So I'm thinking that I can get these put in together. Okay, we're gonna tap just to make sure that that soil has gone all the way over these roots, which I know that it has. Okay, now let's take a look. All right, so we have repotted the babies. Now, why did I do this? I did not know that these were connected to the mother plant. I just thought it just started growing by itself. That's something I learned and discovered this time, and I learned it with you. All right, so you know I gotta say it, right? Thank you for watching. And when you're growing with Sean, it's always something to learn. Thanks.